I'm no expert, but I think upon further review, my initial reaction to the co-main event at UFC 270, the third fight that took place between Brandon, the Assassin Baby Moreno, and Deiveson Figueiredo, the decision was actually correct. I don't know if it was unanimous, but breaking down the stats, breaking down the numbers, it might be the right decision. Now, in the fight, I wanted Moreno to win. Not that I have anything against Deiveson Figueiredo, but I was rooting for the Assassin Baby. But upon the eye test, although I thought it was close, I thought Moreno, being the champ, did enough to win the fight. He had more strikes. He landed more strikes. Now, they have it that he landed 106 of 260 total strikes, with 105 of those being considered significant. Figueiredo landing 95 of 178, with 86 of those being considered significant. Now, Deiveson Figueiredo had a higher percentage. Brandon Moreno landed more, so he should win, but that's not necessarily how it works. You see, it was a high drama fight. It was the third fight, and they both knew each other pretty well at this point. Up to that point, that was the 15th trilogy fight in the history of the UFC. The two most recent notable trilogies being Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor and Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. Now, the outcome of this fight, this third fight, may set up an unprecedented first time ever 4-fight series in the UFC, and I think it's well deserved. You had the first fight ending in a draw. The second fight, you had Moreno winning, gaining the title, taking it from Deiveson Figueiredo, and of course in the third fight, you had Deiveson Figueiredo regaining his title. Now, although Deus da Guerra landed less, his punches, and as they say, I think Joe Rogan said he had the nuclear option, meaning that his punches are usually knockout punches and not volume punches. He's got one hitter quitters, but see, he did knock down Brandon Moreno 3 times, twice in the third, one of them at the end of the third, which almost ended the fight. Luckily for Brandon, there was just a few seconds left on the clock and he was able to survive the round. And then again, he knocked down Brandon Moreno in the 5th and final round, which is very significant, closing the show. Now, he also had more control time, be it on the cage or on the ground. Total control time by Brandon Moreno was at 46 seconds. Total control time for Deiveson Figueiredo was above 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. That's a significant difference. He more than doubled the amount of control time in the fight. And also, he was doing more damage with leg kicks. It was very notable that Brandon Moreno wasn't really doing anything to check that front leg kick. He was eating it a lot. Occasionally, he would try to lift his leg completely above the incoming kick, but he never really did anything to defend it as far as checks go. It was there all night for Deiveson Figueiredo. So upon further review, like I said, my initial reaction was that I thought that it was a bad decision. I didn't think that he had done enough to take the title from Brandon Moreno, take it back from Brandon Moreno, but after the emotions have died down and looking at the numbers and comparing it to the eye test, what I watched, what I witnessed, it was a close fight. And if I'm going to look at the numbers and the logistics of how a fight should be scored, that was probably the right decision. But guess what? We're going to get an unprecedented 4th fight, fingers crossed, most likely, and that should be determine the winner between these two, who's the better man once and for all. I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it, and I can't wait to see when they sign up this 4th fight, because they fight hopefully before the end of this year, probably. Until then, we'll just have to rewatch these fights because they're great fights. They're classic battles. But you tell me what you think in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like, thumbs up. And until next time, UNO.